So there's no bits this week, Nintendogen64. There's no creative, funny, wacky moments between you and I. That showcase our immense chemistry.
I know. I'm playing this as 100% straight this week, CrystalFissure.
Okay, cool.
I got no gimmicks,
Cool.
no nothing.
All right.
Nothing.
So with that, hello, welcome.
Hello, CrystalFissure. That by the way, is a damn fine cup of coffee.
It is a damn fine cup of coffee. There's our television reference of the week. And yeah, we're here to do the weekly roundup. Is this episode
5?
Like week 6 now. But yeah.
Weekly roundup sync.
That's right.
It's just more of a chilled weekly roundup this week. We don't have a lot to discuss. We've sort of settled into a nice groove here in the ISGP. Of course, we're going to cover the last 7 days of Spyro action, as we normally do. But I think the first thing I want to do is talk about how Toonie has come in. He's replaced Cameo de Manu in Group B. And he's done a fantastic job. He's already got 2 races up. He's on the board. Every group now has someone on the board.
That's right.
We've done it, CrystalFissure. We've achieved balance. We've achieved enlightenment.
And it's looking like that we will definitely be able to get, I reckon, 95% of the runs done. That's my goal.
As of recording this, the date today being the 19th of May 2020,
19th,
we have May 19th. It's May 19th. But we have 5 races left to do in Group A, 5 races left to do in Group C, 5 races left to do in Group D, and 10 races left to do in Group B.
And that's basically only because of Toonie's inclusion. It would be like 60.
Only half of those are Toonies.
Yeah, that's right, exactly.
The Acorn has 4 races that he still has to do.
That's right.
But anyway, look, let's not throw anyone under the bus. Let's talk about the standings, huh, CrystalFissure? You want to talk about the standings?
Yep.
We'll talk about the standings. I'll let you kick things off with Group A. What's happening in Group A? Tell me everything.
So another unremarkable week in Group A in terms of like eliminations and who's guaranteed through. Still technically anyone's game as of the the uploads, and we have our first sort of elimination group, which is Agork.
I defeated Agork this week in a pretty good Spyro 2 race. Unfortunately, that marks Agork's 5th straight loss, meaning that he is unfortunately eliminated from contention. But he can still play spoiler. Don't forget this. Don't forget. Even
spoiler, that's the thing to look out for.
Even when people are eliminated, they can still play spoiler because I mean it's always wins and losses matter absolutely. So even though he's not going to go to round 2, we'll see what happens with Agork.
My prediction is that, in Group B as well, jumping to that, is that Toonie could be one hell of a spoiler.
It could be.
Especially not even for elimination, but more for like reshuffling the groups around. So
that's right.
Let's see what happens there. But yeah, we have Kiefer still in the top 4, MTB, Sandy, all in the top 4.
I had a loss this week to King Europe 1.
Yep. That's right. Yeah, that's why he's still on 10. Yeah.
King Europe 1 I'm on 10 points. Game Sandy is also on 10 points. King Europe 1 climbing up this week to 6th place on 4 points. Yogimonyo is still only that 1 win from beating Agork, so he's got 3 losses. Yogimonyo is in jeopardy at the moment, and Amelia also in jeopardy of being eliminated. Not saying Amelia is eliminated yet, she isn't eliminated. If she can claim some more wins, then there's a chance she goes through.
Very true.
Especially given how volatile I think at least the top 4 is in Group A. It's very, at the moment, anyone's game, I think, for 3rd and 4th place.
I agree.
Group B is another group where we have a confirmed round 2 person. We've got Gladiator, who's definitely going to round 2. He's played 7 races so far. Only lost 1 race. He's got 6 wins, so he's on 12 points. Daniel Davidson in 2nd place on 11 points. 1
more win to Daniel and he's in.
Yeah, 1 more win to Daniel and he gets through. Vitu's on 9 points. He's a bit more in trouble because Toto's can come up and come and claim that 3rd place spot. And if Toonie plays spoiler, as you say, there is a possibility that Toonie could actually overtake Vitu's and come in 4th in that group.
That's right.
So Group B still
loving Group B.
I honestly,
what a group.
I can't predict.
Shout out Daniel Davison as well on the cast, the ISGP Talk Season 2, which has been a rousing success so far. And actually, on that note as well, earlier in the video, might as well say, it is an open casting call. I've had a lot of people message me interest in being in it. 100%, please message me if you want to be interviewed, because what were you saying about, this is sort of, we want to include people.
ISGP2 is inclusion.
That's right.
We called it the Isolation Spyro Grand Prix. Let's call it the Inclusion Spyro Grand Prix. Because it's all about inclusion. I want everyone to feel like they're included, they're part of the family.
And especially considering that we are all very loud, boisterous sort of people. In speedrun calls and stuff like that, as I'm sure you are very entertained, hopefully. But there's a lot of dominant personalities, and so for example, being able to sit down and chat with people like Daniel Davidson and Adam Gladiator's also registered interest in Victor's. A lot of those Group B guys that are a bit more quieter, it gives them a great opportunity to really just sort of tell their story, who they are, and how they've gone in the tournament. So message me if you're interested. There is a pretty significant backlog of people, but mark my words, even if it's like going up to almost the final, every single person that wants a shot, an opportunity to talk, is going to get it.
Very good.
Very excited.
Well, another thing too, we talked about this, but Spyro Jam 86 is eliminated from Group B. Just to round out Group B. Group C. CrystalFissure, your home group, your favorite group.
Oh man.
Tell me about Group C. What
a week it was.
Tell me about your match against Alice Clark, first of all.
So Alice Clark is a no good, absolute piece of lovely person who practiced, and like me, we both practiced Spyro 3. She absolutely crushed this speedrun, apart from the end where it sort of fell apart for both of us. She absolutely killed it. Beat me. She's now 2-0 against me. She's my tag partner. Thought she was my friend, but I can't believe this.
How do you feel about that, CrystalFissure? Your friend, she.
My friend has effectively eliminated me.
She backstabbed you.
That's right. Well, exactly. By winning legitimately in a run.
Hold on. Sorry, I'm just gonna pull that knife out of your back that Alice Clark left.
It was pretty. It was pretty tough.
Your tag team partner. How does that feel? Your tag team partner, CrystalFissure.
Yeah. Huh. Well, I don't know. I mean, that's...
I think you might need to look for a new tag team partner after this.
Yeah, well...
I can't see how you two can possibly coexist.
I might... You're right. I might have to because... but no, honestly though, like, she well deserves the win. It doesn't technically put her in the top 4 in this standings, but if me and Alice ended on the same amount of points, what happens?
She would go ahead because she wins the head-to-head.
That's right. So basically, only a few things can happen. Very unlikelihood that I beat Luke.
You have to beat Luke,
right? Or there's one more race.
Alice and Fraser. If Fraser somehow won over Alice,
or James Jones,
beat Alice, then there's potential that she would lose points, and then you would go up if you win your race against Luke.
Yeah, and I'd have to also, of course, win against James Jones.
That's right.
And Astra if she can.
So Group C is in a very volatile situation. You are hanging by a thread, my friend. That's
dangerous times.
That's what happens for playing Mr. Nice Guy all the time.
That's true, very true. And elimination-wise, James Jones has been added to the elimination.
James Jones lost to, was it Luke?
Fraser.
And Fraser beat him in a great match as well. So
go watch that.
James Jones is effectively out, but as we say, chance to play spoiler for James Jones.
Very quick question to the audience as well. Thank you for all the responses about the ISGP, IS history as well.
Documentary.
That is started with the
pre-production.
I'm gonna call it. Documentary. Question, and we've noticed this in the viewership. Do you guys love to watch the more memey races? Because they, like the Fraser one, that's already got like 150 views. People love it. Like, do you like watching people that aren't quite as good at speedrun just fuck around? Just tell us about that, because I kind of want to do a little bit of market research.
That's
because
good.
I love it when those videos get
and everyone was like, oh, this is the real grand final, Fraser versus James Jones.
Yeah, exactly.
So that was a great race. I had a lot of fun in that one. Now Group D. Now Group D is, I still believe Group D is the hottest contested group by far. Now it's really interesting looking at the standings of Group D, because we've got guys like Skater, who picked up his first win this week, and Luminize, who's actually winless in Group D. And you have to say to yourself, these people are really good, and they can't get more than like a 1 win, against them.
It's really unlucky. And I really want to, firstly, got some stuff planned with some Group D competitors in terms of, ISGP talks. And because I want to hear a bit more about some of the people that are probably, like, prediction-wise, are probably not going to make the top 4. Yeah. Because it is a really, really hotly contested group. I love it.
Now, especially like, as I say, Skater, but Cyrides now picking up another win, so he's on 4 points. Muddy Maestro also picked up another win this week. He's also on 4 points. However, he did lose. Muddy Maestro did suffer 2 losses. He's actually lost 2 races. Yeah. Two big races.
That's basically getting him pretty much guaranteed that he can't make it the top. Top #1 spot?
Yeah, well, he lost to Ratchet 5, he lost to Desert Monkey GK.
Yeah, so basically...
He did beat Cyrides as well this week, so...
Yeah.
Cool. At least we're getting a few more Mighty Maestro races coming up there. And yes, Stefasky, we had another Stefasky race this week. Yep. She's doing well. Everyone's on the board. Everyone is on the board.
She's almost done. She's done like 6 races, right?
She has done 6 races.
Awesome stuff.
But yeah, I'm very, very happy with how things are going, CrystalFissure.
Yep.
I think ISGP2 is a resounding success, as we always say.
Yep.
We've got the ISGP. We've got another ISGP cast, which will come up hopefully in the next week or so.
Yep.
They're doing one of those.
Recorded the Charm Sky talk as well. To get to hear from her, which is great. And plenty more talk. So the way that we've looked at it, so obviously we said that like basically next Friday would be the last time to get your matches done.
May 30th.
May 30th. But then in terms of uploads, the way that it's going, and yeah, obviously there is going to be a bit more sort of extracurricular, talk and stuff like that. It's probably realistically there's going to be bleedings for the next weeks of runs that will be caught up before we start round 2.
Oh yeah, round 2 probably will start, and then we'll probably start the backlog group round 1 matches.
That's right, and I've said this to you, and I've said this to other people in the tournament. Like, there really is no rush to get to round 2 because what the support on the runs has been phenomenal. There's been no marketable drop in viewership.
That's right.
For the run, so we might as well keep. People love round 1, and people want to see all these races, no matter their skill level. So
yeah, that's right. But I mean,
it's going to hype up 2 even more.
The reason we have the deadline being next week is because at the current pace of round 1 matches occurring, they will be done by next round.
Exactly.
So there's no point to delay it.
That's right.
And we'll just get the backlog out. We'll get the exhibition races done. We'll get round 2 started.
We've got a lot of fun stuff coming alongside round 2 and post tournament. So yeah,
and we'll have more of these roundups as well. But
you really can't fault. Actually, yeah, we'll be doing roundups for the group stage.
We'll do roundups for week 2,
cool,
of course.
Cool.
Round 2, sorry.
Yep.
I've got to keep this going. So I think that's all we have to discuss this week.
Great stuff.
We're looking forward to this next week. Will be a real crunch week. Hopefully, we have more of a clear picture of the top 4s. After next week. So
got some classic runs coming up. So
we do
look forward to it.
But yeah, I guess we'll wrap up this week's edition of the Roundup by saying farewell for now, but not forever. Goodbye and good night. Bang.
Shout out Josh Ketch.